Good evening, everyone. I'm Fonyuy Medeatrice, and this is Diversity Magazine. We are celebrating Black History Month. Yes, it is that time when we celebrate the great Black people who have contributed a lot in our society in different walks of life. And in that light, we are meeting today Minister Hussen, Canada's Minister of Housing, Diversity and Inclusion. Minister Hussen, thank you for joining Diversity Magazine for yet another Black History Month special.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Sure. So many people out there are busy with trying to make ends meet and might just be missing out on the amazing things that you and your government have been doing. So can you please share with us here some of the policies and things that you have put in place and some of the accomplishments that come to mind?
Well, we have made sure that we have, throughout this pandemic, had bags of Canadians. We promised that we will have the bags of Canadians for as long as it takes, whatever it takes, whether it is increasing the Canada Child Benefit so families with children have a little bit more money for childcare expenses and the cost of raising children in this pandemic, or even putting in place a Canada-wide system of early learning and childcare that will bring childcare costs down to $10 a day or less for Canadian families. Childcare for families with children is a big cost, especially in large cities, and we have concluded agreements with every province and territory except Ontario, and we hope to conclude an agreement with Ontario soon. In addition to that, as you know, we've introduced new programs like the Canada Emergency Response Benefit to help people, as well as the Canada Emergency Wage Subsidy to have the backs of workers. We've increased supports for seniors and really provided rental subsidies and other supports to businesses so that they can keep working and employ more Canadians. We know our economy is doing really well. We've recovered all the jobs that were lost during the pandemic. And in fact, our economy is growing very well that now there's a shortage of workers. So we will be going big on immigration to make sure that we attract skilled people to Canada so that they can help us fill those jobs and also grow our economy.
Okay, thank you. It's, of course, this period is very difficult. It's always very reassuring for the community to know that the leaders are having their backs and actually helping them despite the difficult problems. So you've given a list of some of the things that are coming up, and we know for sure that you have been involved in all the positive policy changes that have been going on from the Canadian government. So would you like to share a little more of some of the things that you're preparing for the people out there looking at us right now?
Yes, I didn't mention housing. We have been through the National Housing Strategy, investing more and more money in affordable housing. Last year's budget was the 5th budget in a row in which there was more money for affordable housing. If you look at the Rapid Housing Initiative, which we brought in 2020, we have exceeded our targets to build thousands of new permanent affordable housing units across the country for the most vulnerable people. And now we're going through the second round of the Rapid Housing Initiative, a total investment of $2.5 billion. And we're also doing a lot through our federal anti-homelessness program called Reaching Home. In addition to that, we're helping students in this difficult time. We want to make sure that as we complete the fight against the COVID-19 pandemic, and then in the economic and social recovery after the pandemic, we're working very, very hard to make the necessary investments now that we can have an inclusive economic recovery, a recovery that leaves no one behind. That's precisely a Canada-wide early learning and childcare system, so that all Canadian kids from coast to coast to coast can have access to affordable, accessible, high quality, and inclusive childcare.
That's a lot going on, and we're very much looking forward to that. Of course, it's very important that everyone is involved, especially those that are very vulnerable, counting the seniors, the women, the children that you're taking care of through all the different policies that you've been putting in place. So we are celebrating Black History Month. This is a Black History Month special. So we'd like to hear from you any message that you have for for all of us for the Black History Month and the Chinese Lunar New Year from your government or from the office of the Prime or from the office of the Minister of Housing, please?
Yes, in addition to my role as Minister of Housing, I'm also Canada's Minister of Diversity and Inclusion.
Yeah.
And it gives me great pleasure as a government minister to wish all Canadians in advance a very happy Black History Month, a successful Black History Month this year. Every February, we mark Black History Month, which is a time to celebrate the many contributions that Black Canadians have made and continue to make to Canada. As we all know, Black History Month and Black Canadian history is Canadian history. Black Canadians have been here from the very beginning. And so this year, Black History Month will highlight the resilience of the many Black Canadian communities across Canada, while also showcasing Black joy and celebration in its purest form. So we'll be announcing theme for this year's celebration very soon, so please stay tuned. In terms of Lunar New Year, and this Lunar New Year marks the beginning of the Year of the Tiger, an animal that symbolizes courage, strength, and luck. And this celebration, again, gives us an opportunity to celebrate with members of the East Asian communities, including Chinese, Korean, and Vietnamese communities, and highlight their contributions to Canada and the importance of diversity in our country.
Thank you very much. So we take note of joy, happiness in its purest forms, courage, resilience, and luck. That's it. That's so much for the people looking at us right now to hold on to. So we thank you very much, the Diversity Magazine's team, for your time and for this interview.
Thank you. You're most welcome.
Sure.
Yeah, thank you very